What's going on, everyone? It's time for another comedy type film review. This is actually one of Stanley Kubrick's first films. Could also be his first film, I can't remember. But today we're going to be looking at the legendary Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. It was released by Columbia Pictures January 29th, 1964. It stars Peter Sellers and George C. Scott. It was written by Peter George and Terry Southern, and it was co-written, produced, and directed by Stanley Kubrick. Who, if you're not familiar with that name, he's the one who's done like 2001: A Space Odyssey, The Shining, Clockwork Orange, Eyes Wide Shut. I have reviews for all those here on the channel. If I remember, I'll try to link them down below if you're interested. This film actually made quite a bit. It made 1.8 million. Well, it didn't make a lot of money. What am I saying? It made 1.8 million dollars. I think it was a flop. It's basically a flop when it came out, but it developed quite the cult status. Came out right in the middle of the nuclear arms race type deal, and But Doctor Strangelove is a comedy of at the Pentagon. There's a lot of the heads of the military, and one of them accidentally orders to fire nukes towards Russia. What a coincidence that is, eh? That I would watch a movie that had this premise that includes Russia, even though Russia's doing all this crazy stuff right now that a lot of people hate, and a lot of people are totally against, myself included. And he accidentally does it, and they have to come together, call out of Russia, and try to convince them basically that it was an accident and not an act of war. And then they call on other expertise like Doctor Strangelove to come and help negotiate this. Now, this is a dark comedy, so obviously it's not serious. Very tongue-in-cheek. Obviously, none of the scenes are what probably happened, but Peter Sellers plays 3 different characters in this. Now, it is shot in black and white, so a lot of people probably won't even check it out because of that, sadly. But it is quite the interesting film to watch. But it is super dialogue heavy. There's not much going on. It's pretty much people arguing around a table for most of the movie. And it does have some oddball moments. Some of the jokes may not land with people nowadays, and it was definitely a product of the time. So it's cool to look back at it, but some of the jokes and the way certain scenes play out probably won't sit well with some people, or probably they won't get it now. Like, there's some there where I was scratching my head and stuff about it. It was still enjoyable, but it's definitely not going to be for everyone. But it does have the iconic cowboy dude on the bomb doing yippee-ki-yay type deal. As it goes on, you see that in like a lot of film clip reels and stuff like that. That's from this movie, and for what it is, the acting's really well done. The cinematography was actually pretty good too. It was well lit. There's a big soundstage they had in a nice big room, and they even had like some the Russian guys come and visit and stuff to help solve like how to end the crisis. But yeah, obviously that wouldn't happen in real life. But there's a lot of enjoyable moments. Just be ready for a lot of dialogue, and some parts are a little slow. So certain things like that were okay, but weren't like perfect in my opinion. So, with all that being said, I'm going to give Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, a 3.5 out of 5. Because, well, that's what I think of it. So, yeah, it was enjoyable. It was a little bit of a chore to get through, but it was cool because you see some of the early signs of Stanley Kubrick hallmarks, because I love Stanley Kubrick's like stuff after this. Yeah, so like Lolita forward, pretty much all perfect movies till Eyes Wide Shut, but definitely an amusing film, and some pretty funny, good scenes, and the acting is really well done. So there's a trailer for it, link down below if it sounds like something you're interested in. Also, link below is my Instagram, as well as post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. I have the film title hashtag and some genre film and hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also down below is my Letterbox at therapy reviews. That's where I post my first diary right after watching the films. So follow me on those two platforms, stay in the loop with this channel. Like this video, share some more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. Also, if you have any films like comedies or film franchises that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those below too. I'll review any genre, but also I'll review them if I can find them. So yeah, and whenever I have time. So yeah, and yeah, make sure you subscribe, because hopefully we'll find something weird, obscure, and on that you never thought of checking out together, or seeing my opinions on popular films that are out at the time sometimes, or classic films like this one, and some other stuff. And yeah, and don't forget to ring that bell, because we're continuing on with the 60s era, because we're going to talk about another 60s classic film, Easy Rider, in the next one. I heard a lot about it. It's one of my dad's all-time favorite movies. I gotta check it out. So that'll be the next review. Make sure you ring that bell so you hear my opinions on that one. And make sure you subscribe. And watch out for all those crazy kooks in the military almost destroying all our nations. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.